debut, Half Magic, is right on time for Me Too era. A movie about 3 women dealing with sexism in Hollywood while trying to unlearn bad lessons about sex. Take a look.
Let's make a pact to be with good guys only. Guys who treat us great, like we deserve.
Yeah, good guy pact.
Mark is so handsome. There must be something wrong with him. Or maybe I just don't know how to be with someone who's so sexually giving. Which means I like jerks, which also means I can't be in the good guy pact.
I'm gonna light a candle for you, Mark.
Me too. Okay. Don't forget the pact. Good guys only.
Good guys only.
Maybe sometimes a jerk?
No.
No? Jerk sex?
No jerk sex.
Please welcome Heather Graham. The film is lighthearted, but really is, you know, at its core, it's about women learning to embrace their sexuality and be empowered by it. So why was that important for you to take on?
Well, I wanted to make a movie that empowers women. And I grew up religious, and I felt I had a sense of fear and shame about my sexuality. And I think
you grew up Catholic.
Yeah, I did. No, there's a scene in the movie where I'm sitting with my father watching TV, and in real life we were watching The Love Boat. And so you know how the couples would get together and they go into a cabin, and he would say, those 2 people are about to have premarital sex, and you can go to hell for that. and I was like,
on The Love Boat?
And I got really scared because I was a kid, and I'm like, what's sex? And what's hell? You know, it was really scary.
Jeez. What's The Love Boat? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was not allowed to watch The Love Boat.
You know, one of the cool things about watching the movie is looking for the lines that you're like, oh, I bet that was said verbatim to Heather. And there's a lot of those. The one that really hit me was when your producer boyfriend says, hey, I'm not against women's rights, there's just no market for their films. That was said, that must have been said to you. Someone said that to you.
Yes, it took me 7 years to get the movie made, and a lot of people said women's movies don't make money, nobody cares about women's stories, and it's so frustrating, like the inherent sexism in our culture that we've just gotten so used to that we didn't even notice it, and now I think it's so exciting, like women are really speaking out about this, and we're being heard, so it's a great time. Yeah.
Even the way they talk about it, chick flick.
Yeah.
It's rather demeaning, I think.
I mean, it's so hard. I mean, first of all, there's not a lot of role models of other female writer-directors, but if you can actually get someone to fund your movie and then you can actually get someone to distribute your movie, there's really a lot of men who then write about your movie who might not get it. You know, luckily, we've had a lot of amazing, so there's so many hurdles, you know, and luckily some people have been very supportive, you know, of, I think because of the timing, but there's so many hurdles you have to get through as a woman.
You know, you do. Yeah. So true. And it's across all industries. But you wrote a piece in Variety in October about an experience you had with Harvey Weinstein. Can you tell us what happened?
Basically, he called me into his office, and he had a pile of scripts on his desk, and he said, choose one of these scripts, and we'll do it together. And then he said, my wife and I have an arrangement, and when I'm in a different city, I can have sex with whoever I want. Do you want to hang out sometime?
Oh, my God.
So basically, we didn't hang out, and I never worked for him.
Wow.
That's the story.
What woman could resist that James Bond-like pitch? Hey, I got to deal with my wife. I can have sex. Pick a script. Let's have sex. Do it.
Great. But you said that you felt guilty about not telling that story earlier. Why is that?
Well, I think that by us not talking about this, we do enable these guys to get away with it. But if you look around you, there were no other women speaking out about this. If you look at Anita Hill, you know, that situation wasn't handled well. Like, they silenced the other women coming forward. Nobody really listened to her or believed her the way they should have.
And he's on the Supreme Court for life.
Exactly. Ridiculous. Yeah. And then look at Cosby. He has not been convicted. 50 women coming forward in court. That's not enough. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, this is the first time using the press that women have gotten justice for what's happening to us. I mean, this is an exciting time because we have been screwed in the past, right? I mean,
So this year actually marks the 30th anniversary of one of the biggest 80s hits, License to Drive, with the 2 chords, and we actually have a clip to show everyone.
And Paulo, if you're wondering about Saturday night, I just remembered. I already have a date.
You have a date? With who?
With him.
With me?
Didn't we make arrangements?
Yeah, I believe so, but nothing was final.
Well, now they're final.
How do you feel watching that? Yeah.
I just realized that we were talking about stage. You did a movie with the two Coreys. My
I know.
wife, Meredith Salinger, was in Dream a Little Dream.
I know.
With the two Coreys.
Kinship with
I don't
you.
think- yeah, there she is. Right? She's in a Corey sandwich right there. So yeah, you survived the two Coreys. That's so amazing.
You've also, she's done a lot of work, this girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You also played bombshell roles in, let me see the movies,
Oh,
Boogie
Boogie
Nights,
Nights, yeah.
Austin Powers, and The Hangover. But you have said, that when you were a kid, I don't think you look like a nerd in that picture there, that 17-year-old girl, but you said you were a nerd when you were a kid.
Yeah, I was a nerd. I wore neck gear to school. You know, with a rubber band and the wire thing. Yeah, and I was smart and I was in advanced placement classes, so nobody thought I was pretty. Yeah.
So cute. You look like Mia Farrow a little bit.
Really? Oh, thank you. That's a compliment.
As a film buff, can I ask you, this is your first directing of a film. You wrote it and you directed it. Did you, you've worked with so many amazing directors, did you shadow anyone or ask for advice, or did you just jump right in and learn as you go? Because that's a very daunting process. What was that like?
You know, I did ask for advice, but the clip you just showed of License to Drive. So there were the two Coreys, and there was the other guy, Paolo. That's my best friend. I met him doing that movie. He's a writer-director, and he read every draft of the script.
Oh.
He found the financing. He's an amazing guy, and he's Paolo. And you just showed him in the clip. It's so cute, right? Yeah, he helped me a lot. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
thanks for writing the film.
Thank you for having me on your show. Yeah.
Half Magic is available now on video on demand, and we, of course, will be right back.